like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, watch it. Pilot, 64, weak. 63. Kill.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Look at me, zipper.
They'll run with Michel. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
65. Hey! Lucky.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here we go.
In your face.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle over the middle, and it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a 1st quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run it. This is Michelle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Go!
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Get ready. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming after you. 55's Mike. Yep. 55. Here we go. Mike, 50.
From the gun, Boyle. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 30 on 2nd down, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now Edelman. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
You don't want none. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Coming to you.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 13. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
90s, Wolf.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check, check. Fresno. Fresno.
Hey. Hey, exit. Deep grip. Deep grip.
On first down, Boyle. Safarian Jenkins has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now White, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watching you 5.
Let's go, D. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
Hey, Echo.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over them. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down throw for Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Hey, wahoo! Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, you ain't going nowhere. Mike, 55. Go.
Back to the air on second down. Boyle. And that'll be incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Go, go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On third down, Boyle. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Gonna take a shot. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
49, check 49, check 49.
Look at me, zipper. Hey, Delta. Mike 55,
From the gun, Boyle. And he'll find Hall. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Smooth. Hey. Right there in the middle. 55. We own them. We own them.
Looking to throw. Boyle. That's out to his running back, Michelle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Prescott from the gun. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
General West. Hey, high 7. Go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
To throw on second down. Boyle. Caught by the tight end Watson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
15 line. 15 line. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 55 to Mike. Check 55. Yes. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Hey, orbit. Mike 55.
To throw on third down. Boyle. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. On the ground, Michel. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle, blitz coming, and down he goes.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I got one. Mike 55, Mike 50. Hey, Alpha. Watch the run.
Throwing on third and long. Boyle. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
47. Go, get out there, get out there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Kill.
Here's Prescott. got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Marr able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Operating from the gun. Boyle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
Hey, it's our house. Mike 55. Mike. Go. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Here we go.
Throwing after the interception. Boyle. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Boyle. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
No game on this defense, no game. Watch twist. Watch twist. Hey. Motion. Reset. Hey, wahoo. 55's my guy, 55. You bet.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Look at me, zipper.
1st and 10 at
Go.
the 34-yard line.
55. Check, 55.
From the gun, Boyle, complete to Watson, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Check right. Watch 55.
Hey,
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
come on, set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety 6-6, pull it high. Go. Hey, Delta. Ready.
Throwing again. Boyle. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. John Simon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw is Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Ready to break.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Yes, yes. Smith.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
55 is Mike, guys. 55. Hey, Haywood.
He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Good. Hey, high 7. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Coverage. Hey, check right.
Back to throw. His throw incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, alert 3.
Here we go, going to 52. Here we go, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Run for Pollard. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Mike 54.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Pollard, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hey. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Cowboys, they pick up win number 7 on the year. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.